Hello, students. This is Mr. Staggs. Welcome to science class. Today, we are going to go over distance time graphs. And basically, it's a motion graph that shows you what a graph would look like if a person were moving. So, here's what I mean. Every number here represents a second that has passed. And every number here, of course, is 10 yards that a person has traveled. So if you were to look at these little lines, if you can see them, each little faint line would be 2 yards. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 yards of distance. So if the person were not moving at all, this line wouldn't exist. And if the starting point were zero, time, zero distance, and then the time begins at 2 seconds time, if they didn't move at all, you would just see a point of here, and this next point would be here. But in this case, the person is moving. So let's look what this means. If we see a slope going up, that means time is moving and they are traveling a certain distance. And let's look at this third point right here. We have 1, 2, 3, right there. The time that has passed is over 1 second, 1 second, 1.2, 1.4, 1.4 seconds. Well, how long has that person traveled at 1.4 seconds? What distance have they covered? So then you could look at the distance. Go start here with 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 18 yards. So at 1.4 seconds, the person has traveled 18 yards. And look, they're traveling away, 18 yards away from the point of origin, and time moves on. It's been 1.4 seconds. So they're going away, the slope is going up. But look at this portion right here. It's flat. And if you see a flat line, what does that mean? All right, you should have answered by now. And a flat line means that the person is not moving, but time marches on. So the person stands still, time moves on. But now you notice the distance. Think about it. What's the distance here? And then what's the distance here? Well, this was 18 yards. And now this is 10 yards. So after 2 seconds, what is happening here? What does it mean when it's moving down, when the slope is moving this way? Yes, they're going back towards the origin. They go from 18 yards away from the origin to 10 yards away from the origin. The person is turning around. And then there's a pause, and then the person goes forward again. So it might look something like the person is moving away, and then pauses, and then goes back and pauses for a short bit, and then moves away again. Now, this is not perfect. This may be the path of the person, but this is the distance versus time graph. Let's look at this example. At 2 seconds time, the person has traveled 20 yards. 1001, 1002, 20 yards. The person is moving at a good clip there. But immediately, what happens right here? Look at the distance, 20 yards. But at 4 seconds, the distance is 0 yards. So, think about a person walking. 1001, 1002, 1001, 1002. The person has walked for 20 yards and then turned around and walked back. So we should be able to know then that when the slope is moving up like this, the person is moving away from the point of origin. And here, at a certain time spot, the person is moving back. So I'm going to ask that you do the rest of this worksheet We'll go over it together in a few minutes. If you have any questions, please let me know.